Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle with Prettiest Problem, and if you can tell by the title, this is my first hair tutorial. So I bought this wig from RPGhair. I'm going to have a review on this wig shortly, but I really wanted to do a video on how I applied my wig. I kind of struggled a little bit because I was trying to do it with a different product than I'm used to, because I didn't have the product that I'm used to, which is the Got To Be Glued gel. I didn't have that available, so I had to try to use a different product. It almost was a fail, but you know, she came through. Baby hair's on fleek. I gotta get rid of these daggone flyaways, but you get the drift of this look, okay? If you're going out with your boo for Valentine's Day, hopefully you can get a little bit of inspiration, hair inspiration. I'm feeling this. This is so like sexy and va-va-voom big. I tried to do the little hump thing, but it won't stay up there. So it's as good as it's gonna get. But honey, I am feeling this hair, okay? So hopefully you are too. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe, share with your girlfriend so that she can be slayed too. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, so I'm gonna start off looking like a gremlin and dancing, which is, you know, what I do. So I'm going to part my hair literally into 4 big dookie braids, and I'm going to use Gorilla Snot around the edges of my hair just to kind of lay it down a little bit more. I didn't really do any like fancy braiding patterns or anything. I just did 4 big braids. I have a lot of hair, but it's very fine, so my braids are literally tiny. If you hear the Super Bowl in the background, I apologize. It's on in my living room, and I tried to come to a secluded area, but it's kind of loud. So continuing on, I am doing these 4 braids, and this is what they look like. Not particularly neat. And I took 2 bobby pins and I separated the hair into 2 each and just twisted them up in my finger and pinned them down. So you don't really need your braids to be neat. You just need them to kind of lay flat so that you can put a stocking cap on them. So yeah, they don't look nice at all. So I'm just taking a flesh toned stocking cap, wig cap, quote unquote flesh, and here's where I messed up. So usually I use the Got To Be Glue gel, but I didn't have any, so I tried to start off with the Gorilla Snot, and I just decided against it because it was like caking up on the cap. So I just went in with the Got To Be Glue freeze spray, which works just as good, and I just put it around the perimeter of my hairline and worked it in a little bit and dried it. I'm actually speeding up the dryer really fast, so but it took a while for it to dry. You want to make sure it's very dry so that when you go to cut off the excess wig cap, it is stuck down in place and it's not going to go anywhere. So here I'm just cutting off the wig cap, and this took me a little while. My hairline is pretty far back. I have a really big forehead, so I just cut down to the corner, and then I didn't cut all the way over my ear because I didn't want the cap to like pull back that much. So I just kind of cut it over my ear and then pulled it behind my ear, and then I'm just cutting off the excess. I'm trying to get as close to my hairline as possible. I was going back and forth between gluing the wig on and just gelling it on, and I decided to gel it on. But I was really struggling. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. So if you have any tips on what to do to get this thing looking better, please let me know. So I'm just putting some of my foundation color on the stocking cap so that it kind of blends in. It's not as white. And I sewed on an extra elastic band, which I really don't need because it has those straps in the back, which you can see here. But I wanted to put it on anyway to kind of make it a little bit tighter. So I applied the wig and flipped it back like Beyonce, because that's how you should do it whenever you put on your wig. You gotta flip it back. So I just put it in a ponytail so that the hair is out of the way, and then I'm going to start with the Gorilla Snot again, which I'm not really a big fan of. I'd rather do it with the Got To Be Glue gel, and then I just put this the spray on top of it and kind of dried it a little bit so that it gets tacky, and then I pulled the wig down over the spray. that is what allows it to stick really well. And I'm just using the tail end of my comb to kind of like push it down and dry it. And yeah, it was a struggle. I'm still trying to, do better with this whole gluing this wig down thing. And also when I cut the lace, I can see the line, which really, really drives me crazy. And I can also see the cap underneath it. So I'm working, girls. I'm trying to get better. And I can see the cap really clearly there. So I just try to do the baby hairs to kind of like mask it, but next time it'll be better. So now for the baby hairs, I really do like the Gorilla Snot because it keeps the hair in place as soon as you place it down. So it's not like wet like the other thing. So I zoomed in a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit better. But I just placed the Gorilla Snot and then swooped the hair. And this is kind of just to cover up the lace, and I really wanted it to cover up the cap because I can see it very well underneath. But we're gonna get better with time. Every time I do my little swoopies, I think of Kendall talking about Shay on Love and Hip Hop Miami and her swoopies. Listen, we need the swoopies to get by, okay? I don't have Tokyo Styles money, so I'm going to continue making my little swoopies around my whole forehead to hide my lace. But if you ladies have any tips on how to get rid of that straight line, like when you cut the lace, I don't know if I should cut the lace a little bit more swoopy. I see some people cutting it like in zigzags and stuff like that to kind of help mask it a little bit. Maybe I should do that. Okay, so here I'm just doing the same thing on the other side, and I used a eyebrow like shaver in order to, cut the baby hairs or whatever. And I'm just using the same Gorilla Snot. Now this is just a headband. I'm gonna put the headband on to keep the baby hairs in place, and I put a little bit more of the spray on before I put the headband on. So I went and slayed my face. I will have a tutorial linked for this look when it is available. This is my Valentine's Day look, but it was about maybe 30-45 minutes. So now I'm taking it out, and my baby hairs are all glued down. Okay, they're gelled down and not going anywhere. I also will have a review on this hair soon. I'm editing that as well, and I'll tell you all the details and specs about the hair. But yeah, here I'm just kind of taking very large chunks, which this is Kinky straight hair. So I'm taking very large chunks and just, flat ironing it back into a curls. And this is going to give me, the hair is very kinky, so it's gonna give me that big voluptuous kind of curl. And as you can see, there's lots of ridges in the hair, so some places is stronger than others. I just tried to go back over it with the flat iron to kind of straighten it out a little bit. I don't want the hair bone straight, I just don't want the ridges as prominent. So I just went around and flat ironed and curled in the same direction, going back away from my face. And yeah, I just did that in big sections all over the hair. Now up front, I wanted to show you that I kind of flat ironed the front, I guess the frontal part of it. The frontal on this wig is very, very small, but it is, you can see the ridges in the front as well, and it will be like super poofy if you don't flat iron it. A lot of people use like a hot comb in order to get it really flat, but I wasn't doing all of that. I was just like, I tried to go in between the pieces to kind of flatten out the roots a lot better. So yes, I'm just doing the same thing, curling away from my face. That's always how I curl. And the key to these curls is the angle of the flat iron. You have to have it at kind of like a 45-degree angle in order to get those like Farrah Fawcett type curls. So this is it. These are my curls, and this is the final look. I will have this look linked in the description once it is available. Oh, that's right. And I also went back over the part and put a little bit of concealer. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video.